Welcome back again, people of YouTube and the world. I would like to invite you back to another episode of Manny Ross Off-Road Garage. Today we're going to take another walk up and down my trail here because I have done some more work back there that I want you guys to see. And after that, we are going to be doing something that is not done often on my channel, but my poor 63 over there was vandalized before we moved up here. It was one of the reasons why I moved here. I'm not going to get into details of what was done, but needless to say, the carburetor on it is toast. So I was looking through all my that I had extra. Was looking through all my parts I had extra, and I found an extra carburetor here. I remember I used this one to get my other lawn flight running when it was running bad. And I have a tool to take it apart. I already did it by hand, so it's not even that tight. And I have some rope to make a new pull cord. And my gas tank is in the truck back there, so we're going to do that too. So let's get the beginning of the video done. And yes, this is two-stroke here. I'm going to soak the bowl in it. Anyway, let's go on the walk. As we pass by it, I will show you what I've done so far to prepare for what I'm doing. Okay, I've already pulled the exhaust and the carburetor off, so that's not in the way, so we don't have to worry about that. Now, exhaust is right here, right next to the carburetor. I took off, I'm going to need that. Now, I pulled one jet out, and although it was a little crusty, it wasn't that bad, but then I pulled out another one on the top there, and I don't know if you can see that on camera, but yeah, the tip of the jet stayed in there because all the sugar is sticking it up. So yeah, carburetor is toast. I'm gonna take out the float bowls and throw the rest into a bonfire. Anyway, so yeah, I gotta put the new carburetor on that, fix my exhaust, and to put the carburetor on it, I'm gonna need the mounting rods that are in my Ford. Running right now as it is anyway, so I'm just gonna borrow them for now, and I don't actually know what's wrong with that one because there's no reason why it's not starting. Anyway, let's go. So I haven't done much on the rail line yet aside from cleaning it out some more. We could actually go in there now, but I'm not going to go directly in because that log has a hornet hive in it, and I just want to wait for it to you see the log there, now it's cleared up. I just want to wait for it to you know, kind of die off there with the cold weather. I cleaned up the big pile of logs, you could see it further back there, and that was at the bottom. So anyway, I'm gonna make like a fake history, like this is an older 15-inch gauge rail line that existed a long time ago, and I'm tearing out the old railway ties and old rails and replacing them, and that's why I just left a pile of logs there, because they kind of look like rotten old railway ties as it is. So yeah, it'll be like a fake history for it. All right, let's go up and down my trail here. You can see in there too, been doing a little bit more cleaning. You can see the little bit of brush down there against that tree. And while I'm back here, something I want my dad to see, so I'm going to put it on camera. This tree here that the moose have been grinding up against here, if you look all the way up, yeah, it's dead. And it's soft, like a sponge soft. You could kind of hear it. So yeah, that tree's done. It needs to come down. There's another one here, and it's real bad. Oh wait, is it this one? I don't know. I would need my axe to tell for sure, so I might as well show you guys the camp, and I'll grab that while I'm there. Alright, I'm stripped. Alright, here's the updates. For one thing, those batteries are dead. Dollar store figures. Anyway, so yeah, I put the tarps up. I'm going to need about 4 more. 1 on that side, 1 here, and 2 for here. And it'll be completely covered up. But right now, if you needed to get out of the rain while working on the trail, it's a good place to come. Stained glass window still holding in strong. I also tied all my beams together with the other bundle of rope I got myself yesterday. So yeah, that's all nice and tight together, and it's not going to collapse. And also I'm going to start stacking in logs there for the log cabin look. You can see I put some along the ends already. Okay, and here is the aforementioned dollar store axe. Same place I got those shitty batteries. Tried using them to power the LED lights. I charged them for like 6 hours and they weren't even charged enough to turn them on for like a second. Alright, that one's stable enough to leave. I remember that wasn't the main one. This one, although soft, is still green. So this one, ooh, yeah, look how soft that is. Yeah, that's rotten. That needs to come down. Now, this one, you can see moss right there. Okay, that one's still solid enough to leave. Now, that one there needs to come down, that's obvious. But let's walk in here. There's one that's even worse. It's in an even more precarious predicament. Because not only does the rail line cross right here, but this, what I'm walking down, is actually the exit to the mud bogging pit. So, yeah, let me just give you guys a quick heads up of this one. I don't even want to really get too close to it. Oof, solid there, but watch it like this. Ugh. Yeah, that went deep. That went real deep. I didn't even have to swing hard. So yeah, that needs to come down. That one's dangerous. I want to tether it to this white birch, or maybe even that one, to make sure it doesn't fall that way. That's if it does, it's going to crush a lot of shit. Anyway, so yeah, this tree is a widowmaker if I've ever seen one. Now down here and up there is, like I said, the trail for the rail line. I can go through it a little bit this way because, like I said, the hornet nest is down here. You can tell I've been through here. Okay, right about here, it's going to straighten out. It's going to follow the orange line straight through where I cut all the pines off that tree. We're going to go through the path of least resistance on foot, though. So to come around this side, or if it's not this side, but this side, and follow the orange line here. And through there, and right where that log that I need to wait for the hornets to die in is where the switch is going to be. They go up there. So yeah, I'll give you guys a good perspective of it. Here's the little maintenance trail I made myself to get in and out. That log's rotten. Might as well take you up this way. You can see the railroad ties. That one's actually oil treated. This one too. The longer ones are because there's going to be another switch and a siding in here alongside the main siding, which will just go all the way up there. And yes, this is a trail here, so there'll need to be a crossing sign. It'll need to make sure when cars are parked on the rail line that they're still parked separately so I can get up and down my trail. Alright, now let's go work on the carburetor. Just gonna put that right there. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stand up the camera and I'm gonna turn it around. That way there you can see me work. Alright, first off, I take the carburetor here and I open up my flow ball. Now, I've got to take this apart. So there's a little pin in here, see? Take that pin there. For those who don't know how to work on a carburetor, you pull that pin out. And just for safekeeping, you put it in your float bowl. Now, when you pull these out, you gotta be careful because you see in here, there is a jet. And I already looked at it, so I know it's a little crusty. Probably just from sitting in. Put that there. I'm gonna take this little nail file here. And I'm going to just ever so carefully file it down. A little bit more on that. There we go, a little bit more around. Now I know I can't get all the rust off. The point is not to get it off, just to make it smooth so it doesn't get stuck. You can see already it's a little bit, come on, focus. 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 Fucking thing. Anyway, so yeah, you can't really see it on camera, but it is a lot smoother. It's still same color, but it's smoother. And I'd rather have smooth rust than bubbling rust, if I have to have rust at all. So now I'm going to just go around the head of it and remove the coating of rust that's on that as well. I don't know if you could see that earlier, but there's still a little bit on it, but I did clean it up right away, almost instantaneously, because this stuff is just loose, powderized rust. Ooh, there's a plane flying overhead. Looks like a Cessna. You can hear him up there. Yeah, we're right next to the airport where we live now, so hear that a lot. Ooh, a little bit of the coating on this is coming off. Eesh. I'm gonna have to just scrape it off. Look, a little bit of the freaking coating they put on this thing from the factory came off, so now I gotta fucking file that down too. Oops, got away from me. Hear an ambulance in the very, very far distance from Bathurst. Don't hear too many police up here like we used to in the old neighborhood. Old neighborhood, half the time I came out to make a video, I had to turn around just because how much crap was going on outside. There'll be a lot more content up here because, you know, I have more freedom. I don't have to worry about getting hit by something or somebody just for making noise, you know. One neighbor was so bad, I drove around the apartment with my sled once at like 5 miles an hour. And she came out yelling at me like I drove across it with a freaking salt flat racer. Because you see the way my apartment was made, if I went all the way around it, I could park it in facing out towards the parking lot. But I never liked going on Levine with it. So I used to just, you know, putt around because I was aware of my neighbors, believe me, and I have good brakes on my sled to this day. So, you know, I was driving slow and I could have very easily hit the brakes, and avoided them, especially since I wasn't right up against the house like that neighbor said. And considering we shared the building, you know what I mean, I was more than enough willing to give them their space, but they wouldn't let me have mine. And then moved in the neighbor that eventually caused what happened here, what happened for me that end up here, I mean. And yeah, all that trouble really just gave me somewhere better to live. That's nice and cleaned up. I got the shavings down as clean as possible. so it shouldn't get bunged up in there. I'm gonna put that in the float bowl for now. And get the mosquito that just fell off my hand out of there. Now, I'm gonna pause the video and I'll be right back because I need to go make a little tub to put this in. Alright, I'm back, and it turns out I had already cut one a while back for one of my craft projects a while back. I needed a top piece for something else for the truck. It's actually air breather I made with it, but we're going to use it today to soak, yes, the carburetor, and we are also going to soak the parts. But first, to put the carburetor in, first thing I want to do is pour a little bit right down that jet. Let it soak in. Now I'm going to take it, put it inside a little bit, and I'm going to pour some 2-stroke right down its snort. Yes, this is 2-stroke oil for mixing gasoline, so it's good enough for mixing, it's good enough for cleaning gasoline parts. Now we're also going to put this float in here. But before we do, I just want to put a little bit on it. That's why I put the bag on the table. I want to wipe it down a little. Alright. Here we are. And now what we're going to do with the float and the jet and the little rod here, we're going to put it in the cap for that. And we are going to soak it in that. Okay. Now one more thing. I'm going to clean out the inner side of my float bowl. And I have a way to do this. It's a little messy, but it usually works. What I do is I coat the inside of it with 2-stroke or any oil really, as long as it's made for engines and not cooking, and I polish it down with my fingers here. I basically give it a finger job, and it basically just, it may still be a little rusty, but it'll be cleaned of dirt and debris, and it'll actually prevent the float from sticking a little bit better. And as a matter of fact, while the oil is in there, I'll take that, since I no longer need it for the jet, I'm going to try to get some of that rust off the inside with it. Okay, just so you guys can see, I don't know how it's showing up on film better, but I can't really touch the camera. Anyway, you can see there's rust on the side of the bowl there. At least you could for 1 millisecond. Okay, there it is, see it? And what I'm doing is I'm taking this and I'm filing it off, because it's just really surface rust. Now, wipe that clean. Okay, now I'll just pour out the oil that's in it, or mix it really good and wipe it with something. I can't, well, these pants are really work pants, but still. Oh, even better. Found a piece of Kleenex on the ground I was using to wipe that. Be good enough to wipe this. Alright. I wish I took a picture of it before so I could show you after. Looks a lot better now. Now, I'll let that jet soak in there for a few more minutes. But I'm also going to pour more of this in there. Not too much more. so it's not sitting in the oil. Take that to it sideways. A little bit more oil. It's gonna smoke like a diesel, but ask me if I care. Alright, now, while that mess soaks, I'm gonna go get an X-Acto knife over on my tractor. At least I think that's where it is. And I'm going to, oh wait, no, it's at the camp. I just remembered I saw it. I'm going to go get that, and I'll be right back. And I need to cut this into a pull cord, which means finding the right end. There we go. Because I need a new one. Make it long enough. I use it for the truck, and this truck needs a long one because it has a fit underneath the bumper and shit. I'll be right back. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pause it so you guys ain't watching nothing, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Got my rusty old X-Acto knife here, and I'm going to cut the rope right here. Not right through. Okay. Now, I need to find something to use as a handle. Be right back. Okay, so here's what we got. We have a paint scraper. I'm going to use that as a handle. I'm going to need this for later. Later as in a couple of minutes. Okay. I'd say that's under tight enough to pull with. Alright, now, me, you guys on YouTube, and girls too as well, I don't discriminate. We're all going to go over here to the old lawn flight. And there is something I need off it. Something that's going to help us get it on. And that something is a bolt like this. Alright, now, wait a minute. I could just use the bolts from the old carb. Maybe, if I could find them both. I'm going to need this too. That gasket. Screwdriver's on the ground. Oh, there's one we can use. Alright. Okay, we're good on bolts. I was going to take the ones out of there, but they're actually kind of seated into the block, so they're not exactly like at our OHV. Alright, now, we're going to take that. We're going to pour that out on the bag so we don't lose the jet in that. It's kind of oil glued to that, but that's fine. This means it's making good contact, because it is oil after all. Alright, now I'm going to pull that out. Let it drip off into the oil. Same with that. Out of the bag. That makes sure the oil comes out of everything. I'm just going to wipe the inside down a little here. Get some of that rust off. Maybe, if I'm lucky. So you see there's a little ball in there, eh? That ball, you gotta be careful not to lose it as well. But I think I'm getting it down there. It's coming off real nice. Alright, now I'm just gonna dip that back in there. Put it on a deep spot. And then bring that back off. And let's wipe it clean. I don't know if you guys could see that rust before, but I removed a great deal of it. Like, there's still some on there, but I'm not trying to be perfect, you know. I just want to get my machine running. Okay, now that we put this back together in the reverse order of which we've taken it apart. First thing we do is we take the jet and we stick that back into the little slot here on the float, and we stick that jet back into its seat. Okay, now we take this spring here, this little pin here, put that in there. Okay, good. The jet is moving up and down. Yes, I think. Yeah, it's moving up and down. Alright, now we take our clean float ball here. Put that on. We take this here. Put that in there. Now, we take our little crescent wrench here. You see, I didn't need this to take it apart, but I do want to make sure everything's nice and snug. Okay. Good. Now these bolts might be a little tricky to get on there. Wait, backside. My bad. Oh, wait, is it? I don't know. I think this is the throttle. Oh wait, no, this is because it's springy. We might have to take those things out after all. Try this one. It's not going to fit on that side. Let me try the other side. Yeah. I'm going to have to get that rod out. So, let me just wash my hands. Sorry about that, folks. I was looking for a long enough bolt because the one I wanted to use, fuck, this one won't fit either. Maybe not, I don't know. You see, there's supposed to be a rod that goes right through it. The only one I have is stuck in the other tractor. It won't come out. Let me try something. And to make matters worse, this thing is seized, so I can't grip it. And the keys to the shed are in the house, and I don't want to bring this oil in there right now. There we go. Come on, turn. Get off me, mosquito. Alright, I'm gonna go try to get those off again, and I'll be right back. Just gonna... Alright, they fought me the whole way, but I got them. Now, you take this, put that in there, take that, put that in there, and now, ladies and gentlemen, now we go to the tractor itself. So let's go. I'll come back with my wrench in a minute there, but I just want to get these started in. Put this down for a second. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to need that adapter after all. In case you guys are wondering what I just mentioned, there's an adapter that fits these side barrels for a full barrel. And without it, I can't put it on. And I have it, I just don't know where it is at the moment. So, unfortunately, that's where we're going to have to cut it off. For this, at least, because, well, disappointing. I don't know where that piece is. You may have seen me earlier wandering around the backyard. That's what I was looking for. I was hoping it would be easy. Oh well. I'll put this under the hood for now. And I guess I'll come back to it, because there's nothing else I can do at this point. Until I find that piece of pipe, and I don't think it's just going to appear out of nowhere. You know, I don't think I'm going to just flip over this seat and there it is, you know. I don't know where the damn thing went. Last time I saw it was around the backyard here. Anyway, let's end it off by at least showing you what the lights look like in my camp. I had the forethought that something might go wrong while I was in the house earlier. Just to make this long video worth it, I got the battery. My better battery pack, my big, thick, dark one. The one that doesn't come from the dollar store. Brick one. Plus, I have yet to see what it looks like with the tarps on, so. Alrighty, first off, I'm just gonna put the camera down here. Okay, right above me, there's two USB cords. There's one, and I didn't put the tape close enough to it. Alright. Careful. I don't want to stumble into the phone. Take it apart. Kind of not in the right spot there, but this will have to do for now. Alright. Now, just click the reset button on that one. Reset button there. Okay. Uh-oh. It's goofed. Don't tell me I got the wrong side. There's one side of this that doesn't quite work. Okay, here we are. And now we're getting all the colors of the spectrum. Alrighty. Over on this side. I know this one's good. There we are. Okie dokie. Switch this around. So yeah, you can see the lights going. So you can imagine what it's going to be like to rock out in this place. Just imagine me standing in a fully enclosed corner over there playing guitar. Lights going. Friends jamming. Getting good and wasted, having a good time. But not interrupting anybody else's life. That's the whole point of this place. Well, that's pretty much going to be it for today. Because, like I said, until I find that adapter, there's no reason to keep working on the tractor. So, if you've gone on to like today's video, please like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think, tell your friends. Try to keep those comments family friendly. And keep on keeping on. Do what you do. And don't let anybody judge you for who you are at heart. Because it doesn't matter what they say, how they want you to be. You can only be you. So keep on being you. And I'll see you in the next video. Keep those comments family friendly. And that's it for today. See ya. Peace.